The Forgotten Ones. Jack Evans never believed in urban legends. As a journalist, his job was to uncover the truth behind ghost stories, not to fall for them. But when he received an anonymous tip about a series of disappearances linked to an abandoned town deep in the Appalachian Mountains, his curiosity got the better of him. The message simply read, "Blackwood is waking up. Come see for yourself." Jack did some digging. Blackwood had once been a thriving mining town until the entire population vanished overnight in 1956. No bodies were ever found, no signs of struggle, just empty houses, untouched meals on tables, and silence. The place was labeled as cursed, and for decades, few dared to venture there. Those who did never returned. Determined to get to the bottom of the mystery, Jack packed his gear, grabbed his camera, and set off alone. The town that breathes. The road to Blackwood was nearly impassable, overgrown with vines and broken asphalt. As he drove deeper into the mountains, an eerie stillness settled around him. No birds, no wind, just the sound of his tires crunching gravel. By the time he reached the town, the sun was dipping below the treetops, casting long, unnatural shadows. The buildings were eerily intact, as if frozen in time. A barber shop still had a chair in the window. A gas station displayed outdated prices. A diner's menu listed meals no one had ordered in decades. Jack took out his camera and began filming, narrating his findings. Blackwood is unlike any ghost town I've seen before. It feels preserved, like something is keeping it from decaying. Then, a door slammed shut behind him. He spun around, heart hammering. The street was empty. A chill ran down his spine, but he pressed on. He found a row of houses, their doors ajar. Inside, everything was eerily untouched. Dusty plates still sat on dinner tables. Children's toys lay abandoned mid-play. A newspaper dated October 12, 1956 rested on an armchair, as if someone had just set it down. Then he heard it, a whisper. "Jack." The eyes in the dark. Jack whipped around, scanning the dimly lit street. "Hello." His voice echoed, swallowed by the town's unnatural silence. Something moved at the end of the road. A shadow? No, a figure, watching him from the doorway of an old general store. It was too far to make out details, but Jack felt its gaze boring into him. He raised his camera, zoomed in. The figure darted out of sight. Jack's pulse quickened. He knew fear could play tricks on the mind, but this felt different. Something was here, watching, waiting. Then his camera screen flickered. Static. The air thickened, pressing against his chest. A faint hum, almost like breathing, filled his ears. He turned a corner and stopped dead in his tracks. There were people standing in the street. No, not people, silhouettes. Dozens of them, faceless, unmoving, blocking his path. They weren't there a moment ago. Jack stepped back. The figures didn't move. Then, in unison, they took a step forward. The Forgotten Ones. Panic surged through him. He turned and ran, weaving through alleys, past empty storefronts and silent houses. The whispers grew louder, overlapping, pressing into his skull. "Jack, you came back." He didn't stop until he reached his car. Fumbling with his keys, he threw himself inside, locking the doors. He turned the ignition. Nothing. The streetlights flickered. The figures were closer now, standing at the edge of the lot, their featureless heads tilted slightly. A new whisper came, so close it felt like it was inside his ear. "You were one of us." Jack screamed and slammed his fists against the wheel. Then, a voice crackled over the radio. "Blackwood's waking up." Jack's blood ran cold. The figures lunged. The last transmission. The next morning, a search party found Jack's car. The doors were wide open, the engine dead. His camera lay on the passenger seat, footage intact. The last frame showed Jack standing in the middle of the street, staring into the lens, his expression blank. Behind him, a dozen silhouettes swatched, their shadows stretching unnaturally long in the morning light. Jack Evans was never seen again. And Blackwood waits for the next visitor.